Welcome to Talking EVs, your one-stop hub for all things EV insights and info. The spotlight today is on Fisker, a topic that's been on the news quite often of recent. Now, if you're new to the EV scene, Fisker might be a name you've only heard in passing. Fisker was founded by automobile designer Henrik Fisker and his wife Gita in October 2016. Henrik Fisker has made substantial contributions to the world of electric mobility, and in 2007 was a co-founder of Fisker Automotive. The company at that time produced the popular electric and hybrid Fisker Karma in 2011, though production ended due to bankruptcy of their battery supplier. Currently headquartered in Manhattan Beach, California, much of 2020 was focused on multiple high-level discussions and mergers with specialty acquisition companies geared towards fundraising. These positive outcomes saw Fisker publicly listed and traded on the New York Stock Exchange in October 2020. Henrik Fisker announced in 2022 ambitious plans to build a 1 million unit a year manufacturing plant in India, have a team of 300 software engineers, and collaboration with huge electronics contract supplier Foxconn. In 2023, Fisker further announced plans to produce EVs in China, transition their cars to the now widely accepted NACS charging network, and finalize all paperwork, including legal requirements for their cars to be sold in Canada. In May 2023, the company delivered its first Fisker Ocean to a customer in Copenhagen, Denmark. The following month, 22 units were delivered to customers in the US. Fisker had managed to have 14 facilities across major cities in US dedicated to retail, customer deliveries, and service. This included future plans to partner with multiple auto dealerships in the US and Canada. Outside North America, Fisker had another 19 facilities in multiple European countries, including Austria and the UK, providing similar services. So where and how did things start going sour? By the end of 2023, Fisker had cut their ambitious production target from 20,000 to less than 17,000 units. Shares in the company had also dropped by 24%. In November 2023, Fisker posted a net loss of over $90 million, and CEO Henrik Fisker blamed this on export and logistical challenges. The following month, in December 2023, Fisker issued a press release confirming slowing the production of their flagship Ocean to just over 10,000 units for that year. The goal was to raise working capital, though the company stayed optimistic for better customer deliveries. In January 2024, following 9 complaints of different but related braking issues with the Fisker Ocean, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration started an investigation. The regulators started a different investigation in February 2024, following 4 complaints of unintended movements or rollaway after drivers have parked their cars. In one of the reported cases, an injury was involved. At some point on the regulator's website, there were over 100 complaints about the car, from loss of power in motion, stuck doors from the inside, regenerative and hydraulic braking concerns, amongst others. At the end of February 2024, Fisker announced a 15% cut to their workforce. A few days later, Fisker announced it would pause production of the Ocean for 6 weeks as part of its financial restructuring, which included hiring expert advisors on possible plan for bankruptcy. While still struggling with production issues, a staggering $463 million net loss, shares drop, technical glitches on the Ocean, and investigations by regulators, Fisker CEO announced for the first time that the company was in trouble. Possible plans and talks, likely with Nissan regarding cash injection, was underway. Following these announcements, Fisker stock fell to a mere 47 cents below the $1 non-compliance notice already issued to the company by the New York Stock Exchange the previous month. Sadly, this was a stark confirmation that the prototypes for their other lineups, Fisker Pear, Pickup Truck Alaska, and the sports car Ronin, will unlikely see production. Things took another unfavorable turn for Fisker sometime in the middle of these crises when renowned tech YouTuber MKBHD reviewed the Fisker Ocean. The unflattering review was detailed and primarily focused on the Ocean's technology and software concerns. Many will agree the review was honest and fair. Fisker quickly acted to resolve the negative publicity on social media and reaching out to the Ocean owner to rectify with software updates. Renowned Consumer Reports also reviewed the Ocean they actually purchased, and it was not favorable. In March 2024, Fisker confirms that talks with a major automaker, likely Nissan, had broken down, leaving its future uncertain. Shares in Fisker further slumped to just 9 cents, even though trading in the stock had been suspended. The troubles continued to mount for Fisker, following reports of over 40,000 customers canceling their existing Ocean reservations. This translates to almost $9 million in customer refunds, a very costly headache for Fisker, but more worse as seeing potential sales slip away. Fisker had been accepting pre-orders since November 2019, and by February 2023, they had almost 65,000 reservations ahead of any deliveries. Fisker had hoped to boost sales in its troubled times, and in March 2024, the company slashed the price of the Ocean by 39%, bringing its costs to $25,000. In April 2024, Fisker was delisted from the New York Stock Exchange with the option to appeal, though the company chose not to. The regulators also announced another investigation following 14 complaints from Fisker Ocean owners of both their front and rear car doors staying firm shut even when the emergency backup mechanism is applied. This brings the total regulatory open investigations of the Fisker Ocean to 3. In the same month, Fisker also announced that it missed an essential interest payment of $8.4 million, and its cash reserves were very low. Fresh capital and investment is very much needed, or the company may have to file for bankruptcy in the next 30 days. The Business Insider reported that CEO Henrik Fisker met with employees sometime at the end of April 2024. The CEO informed them the company is in last-ditch talks with at least 4 major automakers for possible acquisition to save the company. Is this the end of the road for Fisker, or is there a light at the end of the tunnel? The potential for recovery is very slim and shows a grim picture. The Business Insider just reported that Fisker has sent an internal memo warning its staff of potential layoffs in 2 months. This email sent to staff is in compliance with U.S. labor laws that a company with more than 100 employees must provide 60 days notice before large-scale layoffs or plant closure. The report also highlights that the layoffs is permanent, effective 28 June 2024, including the closure of the plant facility. Quite sad and turbulent times for all affected employees, Fisker customers, including deflated hopes for this startup company and the EV industry. Thanks, and please subscribe for more content.